of our little darling. Her name is Annie. She was born on October 28th. We will be back to get her soon. We've left half the silver walking around her neck and kept the other half. So that when we come back for her, you will know that she's our baby. Oh my goodness, how they're laughing. All right, do you want to sink your teeth inside your mouth or out? Gee, I dream about having a mother and father again, but you're lucky. You really got it. I know. Somewhere. Maybe far away, or maybe real nearby. He may be pouring her coffee. She may be straightening his tie. Maybe in a house all hidden by a hill. She's sitting paying the animal. He's sitting paying a bill. Betcha they're young, betcha they're smart, bet they collect things like ashtrays and art. Betcha they're young, why shouldn't they be? Their one mistake was giving up leave. So maybe now it's time, and maybe when I wake, they'll be there calling me baby, baby. Betcha he reads, betcha she sews. Maybe she's made me a closet of clothes. Maybe they're strict as a line. Don't really care as long as they're mine. So maybe now this prayer's the last one of its kind. Won't you please come get your baby? Maybe. Now what? Annie, what you doing? Running away. Oh my goodness. My parents are never gonna come for me, so I gotta go find them. Annie, you're crazy. Miss Hannigan will catch you. And give you the paddle. I don't care. Wish me luck. Good luck, Annie. So long, dumbbell. Good luck. Aha! Caught you! Get up! Get up! No one cares for you a smidge when you're in an orange bag.
mutts around here?
No, sir.
Great. Good. Then you must be running wild over to Astor Place.
Hey, there's one they didn't get. They're after you, ain't they? Well, they're after me too, but it's gonna be all right for the both of us. If not today, well, the sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. Just thinking about tomorrow clears away the cobwebs and the sorrow till there's none. When I'm stuck with a day that's gray and lonely, I just stick out my chin and grin and say, the sun will come out tomorrow, so you gotta hang on till tomorrow. Come what may, tomorrow, I love you. Tomorrow, you're always a day away.
Hey, you, little girl, come here.
Yes, officer?
That dog there. Ain't he stray?
No, officer, he's my dog.
Your dog, huh? So, what's his name?
His name? I call him Wesley.
Okay. Let's see an answer to his name.
You see, officer, well, I just got him and sometimes...
Call him.
Right. Here, Wesley. Here, boy. See? It's good old Wesley.
Next time you take him out, I want to see him on a leash and with a license, or else he goes to the pound.
Yes, officer, I understand.
Now, get along with you before you catch your death and cold this weather.
Oh, it's all right. The weather doesn't bother me. When I'm stuck with a day that's gray and lonely, I just stick out my chin and grin and say, the sun will come out tomorrow,
always taught you, never tell a lie.
Good afternoon, Miss Hannigan.
Yes?
I'm Grace Farrell, private secretary to Oliver Warbucks.
Ah! Me? Oliver Warbucks? The millionaire?
Mr. Warbucks has decided to invite an orphan to spend the Christmas holidays at his home.
What sort of orphan do you have in mind?
Well, she should be friendly and intelligent.
Mississippi, capital M-I-S-S-I-P-I, Mississippi.
And cheerful.
How old?
Oh, age doesn't really matter. Say 8 or 9. 10. No, 11. Yes. So 11 would be perfect. And, oh, I almost forgot. Mr. Warbucks prefers redheaded children.
11. Redheaded. Sorry, we don't have any orphans like that.
What about this one right here?
Annie! Oh no, you don't want her.
Annie, would you like to spend the next 2 weeks at Mr. Warbucks'
I love
You can have any orphan here, but not Annie.
Then I guess I'll have to call a board of orphans.
If it's Annie you want, it's Annie you get.
It's Annie I want.
Oh boy!
Now, if you grab her coat, I'll take her along right now.
No, got no coat.
Then we'll buy her one.
Oh boy!
If you come along, Annie, Mr. Warbucks' limousine is right outside.
Oh boy, I can hardly believe it.
She can hardly believe it.
Bye, kids. I'll write to you. Bye, Annie.
Someday I'll land in that house with all the nuts in the world. They'll stay tucked away till the prohibition of little
Good afternoon, Miss Farrell. Good afternoon, Drake. Good afternoon, everyone. Has Mr. Warbucks arrived yet? No, miss. We're expecting any minute.
Do you really live here, or is this a train station?
We really live here. Now, would everybody come over here for one moment, please? Quickly, everyone. This is Annie. She'll be spending Christmas with us. Annie, this is everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Can I take your coat, miss?
Will I get it back?
Of course, dear. Now, what would you like to do first?
Well, the floors. I'll scrub those and
Not bad, it only took 11 hours. Grace,
Yes, sir?
messages?
President Roosevelt would like you to call him at the White House.
I'll get back to him tomorrow.
Mr. Warbucks.
All right, good to see you all again. Drake, dismiss the staff. And Grace, if you'll get your notebook. Who is that?
This is Annie, Mr. Warbucks, the orphan who will be staying with us for Christmas.
That's not a boy. Orphans are boys.
I'm sorry, sir. You just said an orphan, so I chose a girl.
Well, I suppose she'll have to do. Annie, huh? Annie what?
Just Annie, sir. I haven't got a last name, and sorry I'm not a boy.
Not at all, I couldn't be happier. Grace, we'll start with the figments on the iron ore shipments from Toledo to... What are we supposed to do with this child?
It is her first night here, sir.
Well, Annie, I guess we ought to do something special on your first night. Would you like to go to a movie?
I've never been to one before.
Then we'll go to the Roxy. And an ice cream soda at Rumpelmeyer's and a handsome cab ride around Central Park.
Golly!
Grace, forget about the dictation for tonight. Instead, you take Annie to the movies.
Yes, sir.
Gee.
Something the matter, Annie?
It's just that, well, I thought you were going to take me.
Oh, no, I'm afraid I'll be far too busy tonight.
Gee.
Annie, I've just been away for 6 weeks. And when a man is running a multi-billion-dollar corporation...
Oh, it's all right, Mr. Warbucks. I understand.
Drake,
Yes, sir.
get our coats.
Gee!
Grace, you'll come too, of course.
Yes, sir.
Which car will we be watching, sir?
The Duesenberg. No, wait. This child's been cooped up in an orphanage. We'll walk.
Walk to the Roxy.
Why not? It's only 45 blocks.
Yes, sir.
Smell those bus fumes. There's nowhere like the air in New York. Come on, you slowpoke. We gotta get to the Roxy. NYC, the Times Square, the Pulse, Pete's, the Drive, NYC, you might say that I'm square, but wow, I come alive.
The city's bright as a penny arcade. It blinks, it tilts, it rings. To think that I've lived here all of my life and never seen these things. NYC, the whole world keeps coming. By bus, by train, you can't explain. There yet
popcorn. What do you say to some popcorn? I haven't had popcorn since.
Once again, we bring you the romance of Helen Trent, who sets out to prove that just because a woman is 35 or more, romance in life need not be over.
God, I hope not.
Good afternoon, Miss Hannigan.
What's the matter? Warbucks fed up with Annie already?
On the contrary, this has to be signed and sent back to the Board of Orphans by 10 o'clock tomorrow.
What for?
Well, Mr. Warbucks is so taken with Annie that he wants to adopt her.
Annie! The daughter of a millionaire.
The daughter of a billionaire.
Would you excuse me for one moment, please? Coming more wonderful news.
Merry Christmas, Miss Hannigan.
Oops, pardon me, Blondie. Hey, sis! Long time no see. Rooster, they finally let you out of prison? What were you in for this time?
Some old geezer says I swindled him out of $1,100.
Why do you say that?
Because the rooster swindled them out of $1,100.
Sis, I'd like you to meet a friend of mine from
In Jersey City.
Rooster, do me a favor. Get out of here. Take the same Regis here with you.
So, who was the blondie I bumped into when I come in here? Looks like she had a couple of dollars.
She works for all of the Warbucks.
The all-in-one way box.
Annie, one of my orphans, is being adopted by him.
Come here, Ethan.
Yeah, living on the laps of luxury while the two Hannigan kids end up on the skids. It ain't fair how we scrounge for $3 or $4 while she gets $4.
That little brat. It ain't fair. This here wife is driving me nuts. While we get peanuts, she's living fat.
Maybe she holds the key now, little lady.
To getting more bucks
Instead of less, maybe we fix the game with something shady.
Where does that put us?
Give you one guess.
Yes!
Easy Street! Easy Street! Annie is the key dancer!
Yes. Yes, Mr. President. No, I'm not asking for your help, but I'm telling you you've got to do something. All right, we'll talk about it on a...
Friday.
Friday. Listen, Mr. President, why don't we bury the hatchet and you come over here with Mrs. Roosevelt for supper Christmas Eve? Oh, you will. Wonderful. Goodbye, Mr. President. Grace, find out what Democrats eat.
Yes, sir.
The package from Tiffany's?
Arrived this morning.
Fine. I'm going to give it to her and then tell her I want to adopt her.
She's gonna be the happiest girl in the world.
Get her down here.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Annie, can we have a man-to-man talk?
You're sending me back to the orphanage, right?
Of course not. Annie, I was born into a very poor family, and both of my parents died before I was 10, so I made a promise to myself. One day, one way or another, I was going to be rich. Very rich.
That was a good idea.
But lately I realized something. No matter how much money you have, if you have no one to spend your life with, if you're alone, then you might as well be broke. I was in Tiffany's yesterday and I picked this up for you.
Oh, gee, thanks, Mr. Warbox. Oh, gee.
It's a silver locket, Annie. I noticed that old broken one you always wear, and I said to myself, I'm gonna get that kid a nice new locket. Terrell, just take this.
No, I don't want a new one.
Annie, what is it?
This locket. My mother and father gave it to me when they left me at the orphanage. They're coming back for me. I know I'm real lucky being with you here for Christmas and all, but the one thing I want in the world is to find my mother and father, be like all the other kids and folks of their own.
It'll be all right. I'll find them. I'll find your parents for you.
Mr. Warbox will find your mother and father. If he has to put everyone on his organization on the job, if he has to pull every political string there is to pull.
Up to and including the White House. Annie, give me your locket.
But Mr. Warbucks.
I understand, but it might be our best clue. We'll have the FBI trace it and find out who bought it.
Then you might want my, well, no, too.
You watch, Annie. You may be meeting your mother and father within a couple of days.
I gotta write to the kids about this.
What a thing to occur, finding them, losing her. Oh, you won't be an orphan for long.
And pretty soon, everyone will know I'm looking for my folks, because we're gonna go on the radio and tell them. So listen, okay? So now it's time, and maybe when I go, then there will be
be here.
Oliver Warbucks, I understand that you have something to tell the folks at home about little Annie here.
Yes, Bert Healy. I am now conducting a nationwide coast-to-coast search for Annie's parents. Furthermore, I'm offering a certified check of $50,000 to anyone who can prove that they're Annie's parents.
Wow!
So, Annie's parents, if you're listening in, write to Oliver Warbucks, care of this station. Thank you, Oliver Warbucks.
Thank you, Bert Healy.
Well, I can see by the old clock on the wall that another one of our Thursday night get-togethers has gone by quicker than you could say accidents. This is your old softie, Mrs. Healy's boy, Bert, saying until next week, same time, same station, good night.
Gee, Annie on the radio, coast to coast, she's famous. Wish I was on the radio. Me too.
Who wants to be on the dumb old radio?
I do. And for all the Our Smiles family, this is Bert Healy saying, hey, Hoboman, hey, Dapper Dan, you both got your style, but brother, you're never fully dressed without a smile. Your clothes may be brown and they stand at a mile, but brother, you're never fully dressed without a smile. Who cares what they're wearing on Main Street or Savile Row? It's what you wear from ear to ear, and not from head to toe. That matters. So senator, so janitor, so long for a while. Remember, you're never fully dressed, though you may wear your best. You're never fully dressed without a smile. Smile, 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 Barney, smile.
What are you doing up?
Annie was on the radio.
Yeah, I heard it. And soon she'll be in the movies. Now get to bed. 50,000 trouble reward. 50,000! What can I do with 50,000
Excuse us, ma'am. Are
Yeah.
you the lady that runs this here with me?
Yeah, what do you want?
Ma'am, you was working here 11 years ago?
Yeah?
Well, we had terrible troubles back then, and had to leave a baby here. On the front stoop.
Our little girl.
You're Annie's parents? I can't believe it! Where did you say you came from again?
Oh, a little farm up in Canada, where they've got lots of geese and chickens and ducks and roosters. Gotcha, sis.
Rooster, I would have never known it was you in 100 years.
Fooled you, Aggie, and we're gonna fool Warbucks too.
Get off sales 50
want. But we need your help, sis. For details about anything that can help us pull this thing off.
What's in it for me?
3-way split.
Half.
Half?
Half!
Fine. 25 grand each.
But we gotta do it fast.
Get the kid, get the money, and get out of town.
The kid's the problem. What would we do with her afterwards?
No problem. When I want something to disappear, it disappears. For good. Once we have the 50 grand, we'll blow this part of town. Then I'll meet ya.
Where? Oh yeah! Easy Street! Easy Street! Annie is the key. Yes, sirree, yes, sirree, yes, sirree, yes! Easy Street! That's where we're gonna be.
Well, Miss Farrell?
I'm sorry, Annie. I've talked to more than 1,000 people. All claim to be your parents, but they all were liars and fakes.
Aw, gee.
Are you certain?
Yes, sir. Nobody knew about the locket.
I thought for sure some of them were going to be my parents.
To just confirm a special messenger from the FBI.
Finally. Agent Gunderson located the manufacturer of Annie's locket in Utica, New York.
Aw, gee.
Over 90,000 were made and sold.
Aw, gee.
Annie, I'm afraid the FBI doesn't have a chance in a million of tracing your parents through the locket. I'm sorry.
It's all right, Mr. Warbucks. You tried your best. And I guess a kid can get along pretty well without parents. You didn't turn out so bad.
Grace,
Yes, sir?
do you have those legal papers I gave you the other day?
Right here.
Annie, I want to adopt you.
Adopt me?
Yes or no?
If I can have my real mother and father, there's no father I'd rather have in the world than you.
Annie, this isn't going to be just an adoption. It's going to be a celebration. And you can have anyone in the world you want to come to it. Who would you like?
Well, I'd like Miss Farrell to be there, and Mr. Drake, and Mrs. Pugh, and, well, everyone.
The Drake,
Yes, sir?
tell the staff to get spiffed up. They're going to be guests at Annie's adoption party.
Yes, sir.
Oh, and the kids from the orphanage?
I'm afraid it'll be way past their bedtime now. But I'll tell you what. We'll have everyone from the orphanage here for a big Christmas party tomorrow morning.
And Miss Hannigan?
Why not? Annie, I'm the luckiest man in the world.
And I'm the luckiest kid!
Together at last, together forever. We're tying a knot, they never can sever.
I don't need sunshine now to turn my skies to blue.
I don't need anything but you.
Midas.
But nothing on earth could ever divide us. And if tomorrow I ain't apple seller too,
I don't need anything.
anything,
Anything.
I don't need anything but you.
Excuses. Oh, Shirley, look. There's our Annie.
Who are you? Honey, we're your mom and dad.
Mudge is the name. Ralph Mudge. And this is the wife, Shirley.
And you're Annie Mudge.
Annie Mudge?
We loved you, Annie, but we had to leave you behind.
We've seen a number of people who... Oh, we'd be expecting you to want proof of who we are. Here's Annie's birth certificate, our driver's license.
Baby girl named Anna Elizabeth Mudge, born to Ralph and Shirley Mudge. New York, October 28, 1922. October 28th, that's my birthday. Ralph, look, she's still wearing the locket.
Oh, when we left Annie at the orphanage, we left her with half a silver locket.
Oh,
It fit perfectly.
Mr. Mudge, what about the money?
Oh, well, we don't have much, but we'd be happy to give you whatever.
You haven't heard that I'm offering a certified check of $50,000 to anyone who can prove that they're Annie's parents?
Oh, well, we don't want no money.
on the other hand, Ralph, remember that little pig farm up in New Jersey? With $50,000, we can afford to get Annie right up in the country.
Would it be all right if Annie stayed here until tomorrow morning, Christmas? Then you can come back and pick up Annie and the check.
Whatever you prefer, sir.
Bye, Annie. Love.
Until tomorrow, then you'll be spending the rest of your life with us. Oops, pardon me, Gandhi.
Well, this is
Wonderful news.
Drake
Yes, sir.
champagne. We must celebrate because they just had the most wonderful news in the world. Annie has found her mother and father. I propose a toast to Annie Mudge.
To Annie Mudge. Annie!
I've lost her. I've lost Annie.
Sir, I have the strangest feeling that I've seen Mr. Mudge before, and he's not who he says he is.
Then I won't give her up to her certain.
But how?
I'll find a way. I'll go straight to the top, to the President of the United States, even if he is a Democrat. present.
Merry Christmas, President Roosevelt.
Merry Christmas, Annie. Annie, I'm afraid I have some very sad news. Director Hoover of the FBI called me, and he was able to successfully trace the identity of your true parents.
Yes, Mr. and Mrs. Mudge.
No, dear. David and Margaret Bennett.
What?
Annie,
Annie, your mother and father passed away a very long time.
So, you mean I'm an orphan after all?
are you all right, Annie?
Yes, because I know they love me and they would have come back for me if they weren't.
I love you, Annie Bennett.
And I love you too, Mr. Warbuck. Wait, who the heck are Ralph and Shirley Mudge?
Birth certificate could have been easily forged, but nobody knew about the locket except us.
And the FBI, of course.
And Miss Hannigan.
And
Miss Hannigan.
It's your little children from the orphanage.
Miss Hannigan, I'm delighted to meet you.
Same here. I'd know you anywhere.
Let me introduce you to everyone. You know my secretary, Miss Farrell, and this is the President of the United States.
you do?
And this is my butler, Drake.
Kids, there's presents here for all of us.
They just come from the FBI.
Now it all fits together.
Good morning.
Merry Christmas, one and all.
Merry Christmas.
Well, we don't want to bother you on Christmas and all. We just can't think of Annie and the check.
Yes, of course, the check. Here it is, Mr. Mudge. $50,000, certified.
Certified. Page the order of the jig is up.
Yes, the jig is up. Daniel Francis Hannigan, also known as...
Rooster Hannigan, also known as Ralph Mudge, also known as Danny the Dip.
Lewis, turn him over!
And I believe you'll find that this woman is their accomplice.
I've never seen these people till yesterday.
Come off it, Abby.
Annie. How nice and sweet it always was to you.
Oh, gee, Miss Hannigan. I'm really sorry, but remember, the one thing you always taught me, never tell a lie. Brett! Miss Hannigan is gone for good! Yay!
And you won't have to work anymore.
Yay!
That's right, girls. For you and hopefully for everyone. This Christmas is going to be a new beginning. A new deal. Hey, I rather like that. A new deal.
So do I, Franklin. A new deal. The sun will come out tomorrow. Better bottoms other than tomorrow.
There'll be sun. Just thinking about tomorrow. Clears away the cobwebs and the sorrow. Till there's none. When it's up with a day that's great.
of love, because we put this whole thing together in 2.5 weeks. It tests everything about you. Your patience, your skills, everything. They were so awesome, and you know, this is my second show with White's Chapel. My first show, I was kind of just treading water, figuring out how we do things here. And this second show is really, really special for me because I was able to spend a lot of time with the kids and get to know them, and it was really special. So another big round of applause for these guys. We're going to get ready to do this again in a month. So I hope to see you at that show too, and in the next, and the next, and the next, till we're done. Hi guys. Are these for me?
Okay, so Miss Lindsay and Miss Julie, our stage director and assistant director, have worked really hard these past 2.5 weeks to keep this show going and to keep us, you know, steady and on the right path to get the show as good as it was tonight and yesterday. And we wanted to bring Miss Julie up here and give them what they deserve tonight.